welcome back. We're gonna try and finish our goat. We'll see. We'll see if we can get it done. But we need to put the eyes in, and we need to put some ears on. I think I'll start with the eyes. What I like to do is look at it and kind of establish where they need to go, and then with a single needle, sort of define that. Look at pictures. I can't stress that enough, because you know, no amount of my instruction is gonna help as much as referring to either the real thing or a photograph. You'll find it's really hard to get things symmetrical. Anyway, so I just made a little indent where the eyes go. And then we're going to use, in your kit, you should have some solid black and a little bit of a gold kind of goat color, and then, oh, you should also have a little bit of a flesh tone for the inside of the ears. So we're going to zoom in so I can show you guys how to do this. Okay, so with the needle, I made some little indents where I want his eyes to be. Look at your goat from straight on and all kinds of directions, maybe from the top, to help you get them symmetrical. Goats are, since they are grays, or they're browsers, but their eyes are on the sides of their heads. A lot of times I see people that are making animals and they don't have the eyes positioned correctly. So farm animals like goats, horses, donkeys, cows, their eyes are on the sides of their heads, and predators' eyes face forward. Just so you know, just so you know. So the next thing I do is take a small amount of black. It is a very little bit, and break it in half. So now I have even smaller bits. And then I'm going to roll it in my palm. I lick my palm. If you think that's gross, you can go get some water. But you need a little bit of moisture on your hand to help the wool stick. And then you roll it like Play-Doh, pressing actually very, very firmly. And then at the end, kind of roll back and forth in one direction. And you end up with a little kernel shape. So go round and round. And then back and forth at the end. So then I put this shape into that indentation that I made. And you can continue to shape it. If you don't kind of come in from the sides and round it out a little bit, it's going to end up a little too long and slanty. We want to come in from the sides to create sort of an almond shape, really, or a oval. Okay, now I'm going to do the other side. And then the detail of the gold, there's nothing to it but to just take your time, use a small amount, and work at it. It's tedious. There's no special trick. So you can take the gold and I'm not rolling it as tightly as I just did the black, but I am just kind of rolling it into my hand to start to get any loose pieces kind of all into one ball. And then I'm going to use a little finer needle. This might not be a finer needle. And I'm going to felt a gold oval on top of the black oval, leaving a black rim. And then goat's eyes have a really weird iris pupil, the black part. Is that an iris or a pupil? Pupil. They go horizontally in their eye, which I always thought was a little freaky, and I need a finer needle. So like cats go vertically, goats go horizontally. So now I'm taking a tiny, tiny bit of black and trying to make that horizontal line. If I weren't on video, I would be spending a little more time on this, but hopefully you can see how that looks. And then what really kind of brings an eye to life is a little white sparkle. So it's a tiny bit of white, usually orient it off center in the top. It could be towards the inside of the eye or the outside, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to work on that a little more, and I'm going to do the other one, and then I'll show you how to do the ears. Okay, so I did my eyes. For better or worse, I did my eyes. And now we're going to make the ear, and I'm going to kind of move on because Kyla just pointed out to me that we need to do his little beard too. He's not a goat without his beard. So the ear is laid out very similar to the way we did the upper and lower nose and chin. So it's some core wool, and then your colored wool. I wanted him to get dark towards the tip and white as it comes back towards his head, and then that's kind of like my blending color. So we're going to create this sort of leaf shape. So first I just get everything stuck together, and I flip it over. Now I'm going to establish a vertical line in the center. And then, just like a paper airplane, I'm going to fold the sides in to create a point. And now I'm going to fold this in. It's kind of like the shape of a Pope's hat, sort of. And then this is a good point to use the punch tool to get it nice and felted. If you want, you can put a little bit of the flesh tone in the center of the ear. And then the last thing I do is fold it like a taco and pinch the bottom together to give it that folded dimension. And I turn it on its side, and I just felt right at the base. And all the while I'm leaving this wool, leaving this unfinished edge, because this is what we use to attach it, this unfinished edge. And it goes just below the horns, behind the eye bump. And again, look at pictures. Some goats go down, some go up, some go to the side. That's up to you. So I'm going to finish both ears and put them on. Okay, I decided to make my goat's ears go down. Now, on the back of his head, kind of his pelt stopped here, and we just put these ears on. So there's some not so pretty seams and colors. So I'll just take a thin amount of white. I'm actually not going to do it right now, but I wanted to show you. And just lay it over that and felt it on to make everything seamless. So the last thing is the beard, which depending on the colors, this is Lincoln locks. I've also used alpaca, Surrey alpaca, works well. So some sort of beard material that matches your color scheme will be in your kit. So this is the sheared end, and this is the natural tip. So I'm going to split it in half and flip so that each end has a little bit of the natural tip to it, the natural curl. And then to put this on his chin, I'm going to turn him upside down. You could put it this way. I think I'm going to put it this way. And then I take some, let me just, I want to center the center of the locks to be over where I want the beard to go. So I'm just going to kind of stick it there for a second. And then I take a little bit of piece of wool that matches whatever color is going on under his chin. And I lay it across that, that center. So perpendicular to your locks. And then I gently felt that on. And what this little cross piece does is it acts like a staple. You want to make sure it connects to the chin on each side of the locks. And felt it down. And then you fold these two sides back together, bring them together, pull out any extra, and let them hang. And then after you bring it back together, you can kind of continue to felt. You could put a little bit of a blending color, you know, to blend into the beard piece there. Anyway, that's how it's done. I hope you guys have had fun. So I'll probably play with him a little more. There's a lot more refinement that I can do, but hopefully you guys have something that you're happy with. It looks something like a goat. Let me know if it doesn't, and I'll try to help you. So anyway, next time, unless we do a little piece in between, we're going to start a fox series. So I'll see you soon. Thanks.